So let's get to music. I don't like this trend. This is the second episode y'all keep doing this in. We're going to nip it in the bud. All right. The big elephant in the room. Some sexy songs for you was released on Valentine's Day. How's it going, fellas? Who wants to go first?
You don't want to go first?
You go first. You let it.
Nah.
How was the album? How many listens did you listen to it so far?
Oh, I burnt that album down on me. Especially Give Me a Hug. Give Me a Hug was my first favorite. Don't get me wrong. I burnt that shit down.
Okay.
I burnt that song down. Then
okay.
I circled back to Small Time Fame. Nigga, that's my favorite song on the fucking album. Like, don't get me wrong. Give Me a Hug is there. I fuck with Give Me a Hug. Gonna be my song of the week. And I'm gonna talk my shit with that too. But Small Time Fame, and then he hit you, then with When He's Gone, and then Greedy.
Wait, so out of 21 songs, you just named 4.
I'm just saying. I didn't even. This nigga ready for the hate. I'm over here being nice.
No.
Nah, you got it, like now you know what? This is my new thing. This is my new thing for 2025. That's peace. That's love. You got it, King. That's peace. That's love.
No, I'm not even. I'm not even gonna say like that. I'm just surprised that you went to give me the hug first. You went to give me the hug. Give me a hug first. I was surprised. Because
I'm saying Give Me a Hug. I burnt that song down. I played that shit so many goddamn times.
It's fire. It's fire. It's unexpected.
And then. That's not my favorite no more. My favorite is Small Time Fame. That shit, the beat switch, P. Nigga, I was in my bag. And then Pimp, whatever her dilemma is my dilemma too. Okay? Whatever her dilemma is, that's my dilemma too.
Damn, your nigga's going out. Your nigga's going out with his friends, bro. That's what you trying to tell us?
What's going on with you today? You acting totally different today.
It's Drake.
He got energy. He definitely got energy.
I'm pre-workout is
nigga went to the gym, did a couple push-ups and pull-ups, and now this nigga wild.
Yeah, I'm up. Let's go.
All right. I love the album. Now, my critiques on this album. All right. I'm familiar with the Toronto hip-hop scene, but I'm not familiar with the Hispanic scene. So the Meet Your Padre. Drake, Drake, come on, gang.
That's the second time he did that. Second time
fucking me up over here, gang.
Y'all don't fuck with it?
No. It's decent, but you fuck up the rhythm of the album.
It's better than the Bad Bunny one.
Rhythm of the album.
It's much better than the old one. That's better than.
Because remember he jumped on that. You know the nigga Chino. He jumped on that album before. He jumped on his album, his debut album a couple months ago. So I think they maybe created it around then, like towards the end of last year. But Drake, nigga,
that song is not decent. Let's be for real. That song is not good.
It's gonna you go to Inwood, you go to Dykeman, my nigga. You already know. You get yourself some hookah, the mint one.
His accent don't even sound good. He sound like he's struggling with his Spanish.
Right, bro, I'm gonna agree with you on this take, bro. I'm not gonna
fight
on that. That's my ledge. That's not my ledge. That's not my ledge on this battle.
Yeah, really.
But that's your least favorite song for sure.
Facts.
Damn, y'all don't like this?
I see what he was trying to do. I see what he tried to do, but that's gonna be on my bottom half. I can't even fight you on that.
That's number 21 out of 21.
Yeah, I got to put that on the bottom. But my biggest critique on this album is I hate the switching in between songs, because there's certain songs that start off good then end bad. There's certain songs that start off bad then end great, and I'm like, motherfucker, the Crying in Chanel shit fucked me up, because I'm thinking I'm gonna get what I got on the IG shit.
Yes.
And that was on the second half, and I'm like, the first half was smooth. The thing about it is we had the expectation for that song, so now the first half is not a bad first half, but it wasn't what I expected the song to be, so I don't like it that much. You get what I mean? So it's like, it's kind of hard for me but then like he did it with Glorious. Glorious started off trash with the UK drill, but then when Party came in towards the end and he started rapping on that beat switch, I was like, okay, I fuck with Glorious now. So that was one of my biggest critique on it. I see he keeps doing that with a couple of different songs, but overall, I fuck with the album. I give it an 8.5.
Oh, we got to worry about your scale, because 8.5 is so high.
Yeah, nigga, I burnt this album down. Nigga, I've been listening to this shit since Friday.
What do you give Views?
I gave Views a 9. But I was never a hater of Views.
But see where I'm going with it?
I never hated on Views.
Views has always been my favorite album. It hasn't been everybody else's. But see where I'm going with this? You give this album an 8.5, but you give Views a 9. That's very close.
It is close. It's only the 2 songs that I don't really like on this album for real.
So what gets a 10? What gets a 10?
My favorite album of him was Nothing Was the Same. We had this debate a long time.
But that's what I'm trying to say. So this is 1.5 off from Nothing Was the Same?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I really love all these songs. It's only 2 songs that I'm over here like that's Meet Your Padre. And then whatchamacallit, I'm still trying to get in tune with Celibacy. I know what he's talking about in it. That'd be my bottom 2. I'm not really, but other than that, all the other songs, even the Dying Trying song, I fuck with.
Die Trying tough.
Interesting. I think this was a throwaway album. I think this was like a pre to what he's about to put out during the summer. Like he said on Give Me a Hug, like I'm coming with all the lit shit. And he said that like early on in last year as well. He's like, I'm making the summer lit, which I understand. So this album, Drake has always heated up. Like his albums never really do well on the first listen. Mm-hmm. You have to listen to it multiple times to really understand where he's going. Except for Views. Views was it for me off the first listen, and a few others. Nothing Was the Same.
I agree with that. I agree with that take, but Nothing Was the Same was an instant hit for me.
But
Certified Lover Boy was a heat up for me over time.
And Scorpion too. I think you said that.
I really love Scorpion, but Scorpion is not a cohesive album for me to listen to.
Yeah, but like this album, like I think this was a throwaway. It was definitely a Drake featuring Party Next Door album for sure.
I hear that, but you know what's so funny? I hear other people saying Party bodied him, and like I'm hearing the opposite sides of that too.
Well, Party could have bodied him for sure, like on a couple of tracks, but the majority of the tracks was definitely Drake. It was more heavy on Drake, which isn't bad if you like Drake, but like a person like me wanted to hear Party Next Door. But I was happy that it was mostly R&B and he wasn't rapping on a lot of the tracks. Like
I told you it was gonna be one.
Yeah, but I wouldn't call this a timestamp track. But he did blow me away with that, even shouting out Melissa Ford and being very direct, like going at Joe. Like we all know what he was trying to do, but like that
and
was
it worked too. Shorty changed her bio. Shorty attached the song to her name. She made a reel of it. That nigga
as she should make the money. She's also, and I know she doesn't. She's not listening to this. She's way above us. But
we could get her on. Talk highly of our show, King.
You're right. My bad. You're right. But she really went into that whole bat, even though she be trying to avoid her dating claims with Drake when everybody knows she dated Drake.
No, she never claimed. It's embarrassing for her because Drake was dating her.
She got cheated on. Yeah.
So she don't want to be.
She don't want to talk about it. But
and the thing about it, that's the second nigga that happened between both of them. So that's why she don't like talking about it.
Hey man, you gotta. Sometimes you gotta take that on the chin.
Terrible.
Slick, what about
how was it for you, Slick? Yeah, word. Yeah.
Oh man, I told you how I felt about it. First listen was terrible. First listen, I think I told you. I told B on the side. I was like, I feel like it was the same song going until we got Give Me a Hug, and then it was just like too many different vibes. But I also feel like I went into it like I wanted Give Me a Hug Drake. Like I wanted just bravado, energy. Even if he's gonna sing, like I needed you to just address something, nigga. Have the energy, have the beat switches, everything. On the second listen though, that shit was rocking. I think I gave it like a 6.2 on the first listen. Second listen, I got it to like a 7.8. And I think that once
but you Slick, in 3 months that could go up to 8. I know you Slick. That's gonna go up to 8.
I like it. I think compared to For All the Dogs, Honestly Never Mind, like those projects, like it took me like 6-7 listens to really get into it. This I was like, okay, he's on his emotional shit. I feel like once I pulled up, it's gonna sound bad. I had to pull away from the corny lyricism. Like I stopped wanting Drake to grow in this mindset. Cause like Celibacy and things like that, I felt like, all right, you're still writing as if you're a 20-year-old lover boy, but you're 30 something. And once I was able to pull myself away from that, I was just like, all right, the beat, the production is good. Or Party came on. To your point, Tox, I feel like this is Drake on a bunch of Party Next Door songs. Like Party produced or had a say in picking the beats, whatever. Like it was like Party Next Door as lyrics throughout. Like it's toxic. It's like, all right, cool, I'm here. And I feel like this was Drake after losing the battle, talking to all the girls on his roster. That's how I looked at the album. Even the Meet Your Padre joint, I was like, all right, cool. First listen, like, this shit is trash. I'm not going through. Then today, like, I was locked in, listened to everything all the way through. And I was like, okay, I could see where he was going. That Nokia would have been a problem if he didn't have problems with his label. If he didn't have a problem with his label, Nokia would be the one.
It would be like a hotline bling. You're trying to say it's like a hotline bling.
Facts.
I think it sounds different than what's out on the radio right now, but it has the energy. I think Hotline Bling had that mid tempo, so it's like, all right, cool, you could vibe with it. This joint, he gonna have the girls dancing. And I think too, another thing, I was looking on Twitter, a lot of people that we follow, we cool with, who you would they say things about music. It's like, hit or miss. It's like, oh, the certain songs are growing on you. So you go listen to the record, it's like, okay, I can see what he's going on this now. It's not as bad. But again, that first listen and those expectations of what we know Drake to be, we're never getting that. Even with the June, July album that's finna come out, I feel like he said, fuck a rap beef. I'm about to get the party lit. He gonna give us a bunch of Nokias, a bunch of give me a hug, just energy. But that introspect, like that conductor freestyle we got a couple weeks back, I don't know if we're getting that Drake.
Oh, you getting that. Oh, you definitely.
He's not gonna talk about what we want to talk about though. She's gonna frame it as, all right, everybody turn their back on me, versus like, all right, we got to go. There's a lane.
That's not his fault. I think he really wants to talk about that, but the certain narrative is, if he does say that, he's still pressed. So I think he wants to avoid that narrative.
It's a lose-lose. That's a lose-lose. Because if he talks about it, it's like you're still pressed and like don't talk about it now, but whatever. And if he doesn't talk about it, it's like, damn, I want you to talk about it. I'm happy he didn't talk about it on this. Like, I'm just.
He said certain lines, bro.
He said certain lines, be like, fuck the rap beef, but like, I'm happy.
Even the whole they're not like us.
He definitely did.
Yeah. He said like little snippets, but like, I'm happy that he's not really talking about it or making a rap track right now. Like, it was just sexy songs for you, make it for the ladies. You dropped it on Valentine's Day. I'm just here for the music, and it just sucks to see people taking sides and like, oh, we're not listening to Drake. Like, we go through this and like in some of the chats and stuff like that. It's like, bro, we was listening to Drake all the time. Just because he lost a couple of rap battles or he sounds corny every now and then, like, we knew he was corny from the beginning. Like, he's always been corny, but we always been listening to Drake.
Don't do that to my artists. Don't do that.
Bro, you know he knows he's corny. Like, that's what he built his platform on. Like, he knows he's the corny guy that's like, okay, yeah, I think I'm corny, I'm gonna go in a gym.
Nah, but now
I'm gonna get the tattoos.
He's in his boss era now. That was his early discography. Now he's
still corny. Even the way he dresses,
bro.
like he leans into it. Like, look at him on tour with the big boots. Like, he's leaning into it, which is smart for him.
Big boots are in, nigga. Everybody got
exactly.
The big boots.
I gotta lean into it. Like,
at least he didn't come with the red ones. If he came with the red ones, I would have flamed them up. I ain't gonna lie.
Like, I'm happy he didn't really. I wanted the Valentine's Day album, even though I'm not a fan of this. I'm happy he really stayed.
Why? You toxic kid. This shit had a lot of toxicity in it.
I'm only on the third like listen right now. Like, it's not.
But no,
not
pay attention to the lyrics. Read the lyrics. This nigga is toxic. And Party, you are toxic. Y'all need to heal.
Since you said that, he does sound a little depressed. He definitely sounds a little depressed.
But that was for all the dogs. So that's what I was going to get into. And Slick, I said this to you in our phone call the other day. This is the first album I could literally tell everybody what the fuck this album's about without. Because one of the biggest things was for all the dogs, everybody thought it was going to be a hip hop album because he released the Meltdown. He had the Meltdown with Travis Scott, and then he released 8 a.m. and Charlotte. So everybody thought, oh nah, for all the dogs, yo, Drake is going to rap. For all the dogs was a heartbreak album, more or less. For all the dogs was him like, bro, I got all this fucking money. Y'all still thinking I'm caught up with old women that I don't fuck with, but these 3 or 4 women that I have right now can't get their shit together for me to be in a relationship with them. I take this bitch to Bahamas, and this bitch make me regret taking her to the Bahamas. you feel me? So for All the Dogs, it's really a heartbreak album, but you never could get that because Drake doesn't do interviews and he doesn't do great promo. Even for Certified Lover Boy, everybody thought Certified Lover Boy was going to be an R&B album. It wasn't. This was the first album where you know what the direction of the album was going to be. You know what it was going to be about. Your expectations was going to be met because you came to hear a collaboration between them. You know it's going to be R&B and Toxicity. You knew what you was going to get. You didn't have to make up your own narrative. So a lot of people, because for All the Dogs got a lot of hate the first week because people thought it was going to be a hip hop album, but it was really a heartbreak album. So a lot of people trashed it before they start loving it. I think this was a great album. This is a very niche album, especially this is really more so for Canadians, Toronto's people to join. And if you're a fan of the Toronto sound, you're going to enjoy this. If you're not, it's not for you. But I like this stance. And I want him, for at least for this next solo album, give us a direction of where you're going so niggas don't sit here and misconstrue what this album is going to be. So we can go in there with open ears without it being disappointing us, and then we start hating. Because this was the era we in. No matter whatever artist you in, niggas gonna hate first before they start showing love.
And you peep.
Nah, that's true.
He's definitely dropping angles where I think he's distancing himself from America. Like he's like, there's American guys over there, like the CN Towers references. Like I think he's about to just double down on the Canadian identity, and like that's gonna be his new niche. Like, all right, y'all over there, this is what y'all want. Y'all want to make it X, Y, and Z. I'm gonna just cater out
world
here.
While you got America.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie, that's fake fire.
Yeah, he's gonna probably limit that, but even though now like us about to be #1 in the UK, but that's I ain't going front. There was Spotify was on some whole shit this week, looking at the numbers and how they was doing him. I was like, ooh, y'all niggas lying.
I didn't want to get into it because that's peace, that's love. I'm in my era.
He's projected to be #1 though. They're projected 250 the first week.
Yeah,
so
it wasn't updated. It was the Billboard was delayed for a couple of days.
Yeah. But they're gonna update it. They're projected to be #1 by the end of this week.
Yeah, he's selling 280. So a lot of people's counting him. So remember what Axe said prior to a couple episodes that I played, how UMG is gonna try to cut his numbers down and start clowning him because he's gonna sell probably like 290. So he is selling 290 or 280. He's still gonna be #1. But you already start seeing the narratives now. Oh, GNX did 390. Mind you, GNX did 390 because that's what Jake dumbass say he released a lawsuit during the first opening week of that shit. I don't know why he did that the first opening week. That helped out with the album sales.
But GNX was a good album, and I'm trying to stay away from comparing the two. I don't want to.
No, I'm not comparing the albums. Though two separate sounds, two separate.
People
messages.
Trying to do that, like it's two different sounds. Like it don't even. It's irrelevant. Like I'm
yeah. But yeah, so Nate's going. I already know the narrative is going to start the next week or so. Is he only doing 290? He don't have the label help. He's not, but he's still shit sold out on his website. The vinyl's going to sell out soon, so I don't see nothing much. But speaking of Drake,
Drake, like he's realizing that it's kind of lonely at the top.
But that's sad though.
It is what it is. Jay-Z told him, people told him. He rapped about it, but it's kind of lonely at the top. When you're at the top, that's what happens.
But this transformed more than a hip hop beef. This is an industry taking down a nigga legacy. This niggas is purposely trying to stop his legacy now.
That's just how it is. I feel like he also didn't really. It's being said that he didn't make that many friends in the industry, but he said he always kept the in-house. He always kept his house like small and stuff. But he showed love because now look, he put the Prim girl in there. Her shit rose from 30,000 to 2 million monthly listeners. He's always had assist. So he's been consistent in that he always puts on the person that nobody knows. Like he put on Kendrick, he put on this person, put on Lil Baby. Not that he put them on, but like
Migos.
He had an air. Migos. Yeah. He had an air for people that was upcoming. But like
Janae Aiko, he kind of gave her that push.
He always was able to identify something that was regional and take it like he brought it out like across the country, in some cases across the world. So it's real.
Yeah, because speaking of the UK, my boy is doing a 3-day headliner for the Wireless concert, and he's doing 3 different sets. So the first set is going to be him and PARTYNEXTDOOR, special guest Summer Walker. The second day would be Drake and the Mendem. You feel me? And then Sunday would be Burna Boy and Vibes Cartel, the world boss.
That's
The Wild List
interesting.
is going July 13th. I'm excited because if you don't know, Drake has been doing the Wild List the last decade or so. He's come out as a secret guest plenty of times, but for him to do 3 days, 3 different sets, nigga, I might book my flight. Nigga, I ain't gonna lie. I've been to London. I might book my flight, gang, because I've been meaning to go back to London. I went to London in February. That shit was cold and dreary and shit. You feel me? The Nando's was cold, my nigga. I didn't get none of the peri sauce, nigga. I gotta go back then. Shout out to my London girls. You feel me?
Well, that's where you was.
I watch Supercell.
That's where you was this weekend. That's a good little flight.
I ain't gonna lie. I would cuff a London chick in a second with the accent. What?
Nah, I think this also, if we can really conspiracy theory, because you know they had the report a couple weeks back about how they offered him this for Rolling Loud, and he said no. Drake is over America. He's not fucking with it. He's done.
I don't blame him.
If you want to go real conspiracy, I'll give you my real conspiracy of what he's doing. He's touching all these countries before the World Cup next year. Because he's set to be headlining a halftime show in Jersey at the World Cup final. So like he's doing all of this to set the precedent to burn up for the World Cup coming next year. Because he's also the ambassador in Canada. In Canada. So
he's most likely going to perform.
He'll have
that has over a billion viewers. Multiple.
Oh yeah, that's bigger than the Super Bowl. No pun intended. But
big as the what? You said it, Tax. Come back to OVO. We accept you over here, gang. Come back to OVO.
Nah, but like,
come back to the embassy. The embassy welcome.
It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. He's definitely gonna perform at the final in Jersey next year. So, I'm interested to see it. I'm a World Cup fan, so.
So you don't want to go to see Vybz Kartel, the world boss? Come on now.
I would love to go to London. I want to go to Europe. London has been calling me. I want to wear my trench coat.
London is fire, but you got to go to the. You got to go to the hood for good eats. If outside of Nando's,
I heard that.
Outside of Nando's, they ain't no good eats if you don't go to the hood.
I heard that's true. I heard that's true for sure.
But I'm excited though because that means the first night is going to be R&B. Second night is going to be the drill. Third night is going to be just straight Caribbean vibes. I'm excited though, but yeah, I'm gonna ask you guys in a couple of weeks what's your new rating on this album though. But I'm gonna still listen to it.
Yeah, please do.
Shit.
All right, but Jacob Lattimore, what happened?
Shit fire. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, back to OVO. Okay, back to the embassy. But